7 and her is not recording. Welcome back, Mama. I am on today. We're going to have a conversation about losing yourself. Well, the topic of today is losing yourself to motherhood, and I find this topic very touchy because honestly, when I feel like when any mom sit down and look to the past or look back, just for a moment, split moment, not saying we want to go back or anything like that. We all literally have changed for our children or the greater good, if you will, which are the kids. And I wanted to have this conversation because I feel like a lot of people around me, or not even around me, right, on a day-to-day experience, just seeing moms on these social media, seeing moms in public, and interacting with moms on a day-to-day basis, I find myself wondering, who were you before the kid? In a nutshell, we do have to change everything about us sometimes, more than sometimes, honestly. You just have to make the change, right? You have kids, you want to do what's best for the kids, and sometimes that looks like changing yourself totally. So anyway, I don't necessarily like to think that I changed myself completely for my kids, right? I just like to think that I chose, because I chose to have children, I chose to squeeze them into my life. Or I found a lot of moms saying how their kids come first and they can go without, but the kids would never go without. And I don't honestly know how I feel about that. It makes me cringe, right? Because in a sense, you're saying you're gonna essentially say or pry everything away from yourself. You're not going to give yourself anything in order to make sure your kids have everything. And just for a moment, to listen to how that sounds. If you don't have anything, you don't have anything to give, right? So how I think about it is that yes, I did lose myself to motherhood because I can't just get up and go. I can't say F this job. I don't want to work this job anymore. I can't just say I'm not gonna cook today. I can't say I'm not coming in tonight, right? All of those things is a yes. Definitely. I changed a lot of those and a lot of those ways because I have kids, right? But when it comes to like my personal hygiene, even beauty products or keeping myself up on a day-to-day basis, doing things I like, going places I like, doing stuff alone, I'm not going to give that up. Why? Because if I give that up, then essentially I don't have anything to give anyone else outside of me, including my kids. Like if it starts with mom. It starts with mama. If you're not happy, mama, you can't make those kids happy. It may seem that you are by giving them the things that wouldn't be able to afford if you went out or you had a drink or you bought the purse that you wanted that week. But essentially, how are you giving it to them, right? Because that's how my mind think about it. Say I could have went out and spent money on me or, did a girl trip, but instead I decided to get the kids something. The energy behind those gifts are not going to be completely loving because I could have, like it's like give or take, to each his own also, but I just wouldn't like for my relationship with my kids to be as if I went through their whole life seeing that I couldn't get anything because I wanted to give them everything. And I don't want to feel bad, and I don't want to like almost create trauma behind having children. And that's what I think a lot of women do today. They don't know the balance. They don't know how to balance themselves and then their children. And that's totally okay because again, I've lost myself to motherhood as well, but am I going to give up everything that makes me happy or that once made me happy for my kids? No. Because it starts with me, and my energy and what I feed the children matters from just me being happy, me being able to show up for myself, and all of those things, right? So moms, I think it's very important to understand that yes, we know and we acknowledge that our children need us and we have to show up for them. But in order to show up in a healthy way, what does that look like, right? Because we can give up all of the hanging out. We can give up drinking every weekend. We can give up all of that party stuff, right? But what we can't give up is us totally. We cannot say just forget about me because I have kids. You cannot do that. You're creating bad spaces and bad relationships between you and your children when you do that. Because then I find it, take myself growing up. My mom, she's never like blamed any of her kids, let alone me. I can speak for myself. She's never blamed me for like not being able to experience things in life or being able to go places in life. I've never witnessed that, but almost in a sense, I was talking to my brother the other day, and in a sense, I was trying to make him understand that when kids get older, some kids, right? We're not all the same. Me, for myself, I'm speaking for myself, honestly. Some kids do get older and start to regret a lot of things. Like, hey, where was my mom's setback? Did I stop my mom from doing this in life? Or, going to school or anything that she wanted to do? Did I stop her in her tracks? And we live with that guilt, honestly. So understand when I'm saying creating bad habits and trauma is just saying that. No, you don't have to tell your kids that, hey, I didn't go to school because I had you and I decided to do this and that. But they can put the pieces together, right? We're all going to go through life. They're going to have children. They're going to know what it feels like to be like, oh, I can't do this. I have to change this now. And, so we dwell in those emotions and those feelings. And then essentially we live with guilt and trauma due to those. So we want to create good spaces and good relationships. And the least trauma that we can possibly give to our children. And the best way is to love yourself first and them right after. Now, I agree with that statement. But giving everything you have to your child, which means you get nothing, is not okay. And it's never going to be okay with me. I've never sacrificed anything in life that I know with a passion I love. Going to school. It may take a while, but I'm still going to go. Going out, getting my nails done or something to make me feel good so I can have good energy and feed my kids good energy, right? But losing yourself to motherhood is quite frankly a thing. Like, we all go through it. We've all been there, done that, because not only are we trying to figure out motherhood, but we're looking at every mother around us do motherhood differently, right? We're looking at all the good, all the bad, and we're trying to weigh it out. We're trying to find a middle ground for it. And it can be hard, and it can literally be contradicting with all those experiences around us. But I'm just telling you right now that however you feel the need to parent and get through motherhood is okay. You don't have to look at anyone else. Seeing something outside of yourself anyway, in my experiences, and saying, oh, this is the rule book, this is the guide, this is the way I want to go, is quite frankly insane to me. You have a different child. Your child needs something way different than someone else's child. Let's not idolize anyone, right? Just be yourself and create your own good habits and good spaces and relationships with your kid, but put yourself first and them right after. Don't completely lose yourself to motherhood. You're doing just fine. It's going to be okay, and the kids will make it. They will be fine. And they're going to love you whether you failed 1,000 times and got back up, or vice versa. You did good the whole time of their childhood. They're going to appreciate whatever. So just figure it out for you and your child. But again, moms, put yourself first and the kids right after. And that's pretty much my intake on losing yourself to motherhood. I would not like to see anyone around me losing themselves to motherhood. I would not like to see any mother around me struggling because she's putting the baby first 24/7 and her is not recording. Okay, we had a quick technical tea because I honestly thought that my camera was not recording. My camera woman will not stay in front of the camera. So, like, I gotta keep getting up and check myself. But anyway, that's the end of that little ordeal. That's the topic of today was the losing yourself to motherhood. Moms, we never want to lose ourselves completely. We understand that we have to change some things to be better for the greater good, right? But anyway, I was also thinking I need a little saying, slogan kind of ordeal. Help me. But anyway, that was the topic for today. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Remember, we're having a dialogue, so you have to comment below, moms. Give me your thoughts on losing yourself to motherhood. Tell me if you agree with anything I said or you disagree. Tell me, just let's have a dialogue, right? Like this video and subscribe to this channel because I'm bringing more and more of these videos, right? This is a safe haven for single moms, but moms in general. And tell a friend that knows a friend about us so we can grow here, girl. But I definitely want a slogan. So someone help me think of something. I'm trying to brainstorm right now, but I can't really. Mommy's approval, where we stamp it, something like that. I did the beginning. You guys give me the ending. So mommy approvals, where we stamp it. Something. I just that's gonna eat. I don't know. But anyway, tune in for the next video. And also go follow me on TikTok and add me on Facebook. I am gonna link all of my socials down below. Let's grow, guys. We got it. This is our safe haven. The time is now.